This video is over topic 40, numbers 14 through 20, converting between the US and metric systems. So we have these conversions here, and most of them have the squiggly lines, meaning they're approximate. You might be given different versions of these, either rounded differently or even a different direction. So like, for example, the 1 kilogram to 2.2 pounds, you could instead use 1 pound equals it's about 0.45 kilograms. So use whichever one is given to you in the question in ALEKS. So to convert 1.35 meters to feet, sometimes you'll have conversions within the US system or within the metric system at the beginning or end. For 1.35 meters to feet, we don't have meters, we have centimeters and kilometers in our conversion to the US system. So I can use a metric conversion process, the 1.35 meters. We have meters, decimeters, centimeters. The other direction, decameters, hectometers, kilometers. So I can go 1.35 meters becomes 1, 2 to the right, 135 centimeters. Or I could go 1, 2, 3 to the left and get 0.00135 kilometers. Let's have a little more space here. Now, already I like this, the centimeters better because I had to add zeros for the kilometers. The other reason to prefer the centimeters is this straight equals. This is exact, not rounded, versus the squiggly says this is rounded. So using the kilometers is going to give a less precise and less accurate result. With the centimeters, then I would go ahead and start doing my conversion process. I can do the 2.54 centimeters on the bottom to 1 inch on top. And then I want feet, so 12 inches on the bottom, 1 foot on top. If I do the kilometers, then I would use the 1.61 kilometers on the bottom to 1 mile on top. And then I'd use the 1 mile to 5,280 feet. And again, this is larger numbers I'm having to deal with. The more digits you're messing with, the more chance to hit a wrong button. But let's look at how these calculations compare. So 135 divided by 2.54 and then divided by 12 versus 0.00135 divided by 1.61 times 5,280. The 1.61 was accurate to 3 digits. If I'm just talking all together, the number of digits, what we call the number of significant figures. And notice that these match up. If I went to 3 digits, the 4, 4, and I would round to 3, they would match. Once I go beyond those 3 digits, they start to diverge. So the number of digits you have in your conversion factor that's rounded off is kind of the level of accuracy you can count on having with that. So either way, 4.43 feet approximately. Number 15, 200 pounds is how many kilograms? So we have the 1 pound I'm sorry, it was 1 kilogram, right? 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So starting with the 200 pounds, put the 2.2 pounds on the bottom and the 1 kilogram on top. Then we take 200 divided by 2.2. 90. The next one, we have 19 centimeters, wanting to convert to inches. So starting with the 19 centimeters, and it's 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Put the 2.54 centimeters on the bottom and the 1 inch on the top so that the centimeter units cancel. And it's going to be 19 divided by 2.54. And that is 7.48 or 7.5. inches. Number 17, the height in centimeters of a 6-foot tall man. We start with the 6 feet over 1. First, convert feet to inches. So 1 foot is 12 inches. Now we can use the inch to centimeter. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Again, always getting those units top and bottom so they cancel. Then that determines the calculations. This is going to be 6 times 12 times 2.54. And this is 182.88, or that rounds to 183 centimeters. Then 4.98 meters to feet. I'll go meters to centimeters. So if this is the meter, then this would be the decimeter, centimeter. So moving that decimal point 2 places, this is 498 centimeters over 1, 2.54 centimeters to 1 inch, and then 12 inches to 1 foot. Getting those top and bottom units to cancel, it's going to be 498 divided by 2.54 and divided by 12. 16.3. Number 19, a drink of 5 deciliters. How many fluid ounces is that? So we have up here 1 liter is 1.06 quarts. So starting with the 5 deciliter, I'm going to convert within the metric system. So if this is the deci, and I want just the liter, that's just 1 over, 1 place value over, so I move that decimal point. So this is 0.5 liters over 1. Then I can put the 1 liter on the bottom, the 1.06 quarts on top. And then it's going to be 1 quart, I happen to know, is 4 cups. You could do the 1 quart to 2 pints and then the 1 pint to 2 cups. And then 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. So the liters cancel, the quarts cancel, the cups cancel. So this is going to be 0.5 times 1.06 times 4 times 8. And I divided by 5 times 1.06 times 4 times 8. 16.96. Or basically 17. And number 20, a showerhead states a maximum flow rate of 550 liters per hour. What is this in gallons per minute? So I'm starting with the 550 liters per hour. I'll do the 1 liter to 1.06 quarts. So now I have quarts per hour. I want gallons, so 4 quarts to 1 gallon. Now we have gallons per hour, and let's turn that 1 hour on top to 60 minutes on the bottom so that the hours cancel, and now I have gallons per minute. So it's going to be 550 times 1.06 divided by 4 divided by 60. and it comes out 2.4